Good evening and welcome to the Nevis newscast for today, Wednesday, July 21st, 2010. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. In the top stories, Culturama 36 launches tomorrow and Nevis to get cosmetic medical facility. Stay with us. The details are straight ahead. The 36th hosting of Culturama is taking place in Nevis over the next 2 weeks. Events begin tomorrow with a launch activity in the heart of Charlestown. We spoke to manager of the festival's secretariat, Mr. Antonio Liberd, about what's in store for tomorrow.
Grand launch of Culturama 2010 takes place here tomorrow afternoon from 6 p.m. We'll have the official opening ceremony starting at 6 p.m. We will have some fireworks right here at the Charlestown waterfront. Yes. A fireworks display is going to be a part of the opening ceremony for Culturama 2010. Now, following the official launch of the festival, we move straight into the Junior Calypso competition. We have some 10 Junior Calypsonians carded to compete for the Junior Calypso Monarch of Culturama 2010. Now, also as part of the whole evening's activity, for the official launch of the festival, we'll also have the launch of a troupe, Fun Makers Mass Camp. They're going to be doing a troupe for Culturama 2010 for the Cultural Street Parade that is slated for August the 3rd. And so they are going to be here also to show off some of the costumes that persons can sign up for to actually be a part of the troupe for the Grand Parade on August the 3rd. Now, following that, we're going to have a mini musical festival type of atmosphere where we have several performances. We have the Oli Rhythms, the Oli Vibrations. I think it's the newest reggae band on Nevis. They are going to be here. The Ultrasonics band. We have people like Alison Dorr, some of the karaoke stars. They're all going to be here. We have from St. Kitts 1 or 2 performers, and we are going to be here right after all of the fireworks and the Junior Calypso, and it's an activity that would go right down until about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. The Ultrasonics band is going to be here, as I said, and they're going to be providing musical entertainment right down till about 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's a grand event that we have planned for the launch of Culturama 2010. So the place to be tomorrow evening is right here at the Charlestown waterfront for the grand launch of Culturama 2010. Don't miss out on it.
There are a number of activities that would be taking place over this first weekend of Culturama, such as the band clash on Friday, the Calypso semi-finals on Saturday, and the first ever Miss Culture swimwear on Sunday. Culturama 2010 is being celebrated under the official slogan, a unique cultural blend for Culturama 2K10, and the patron for this year's celebration is Eugene Cannon Pemberton. One of the major engines in any economy is a thriving local business sector. The Premier of Nevis and the Minister responsible for finance and the economy, the Honorable Joseph Parry, spent most of his Tuesday talk show discussing the importance of a strong local sector.
We now have to come to grips and accept the reality that you must have an indigenous, strong business sector, and we have to cultivate it. Our education system must change. It must emphasize the need for development. It must demonstrate or prove to demonstrate what businesses can do for a country, how it can stabilize a country, create employment, bring money to the treasury. It must establish that there is respectability in it, because that's part of it, that there is respectability in this type of business, that a tie-in coat does not give you a respectability, but is the ability to command, as they like to say, the commanding heights of the economy and give direction. That is where the power is.
Premier Parry also in this vein sought to encourage persons who would have left Nevis in the past to return.
And those who emigrate, and many of them do well, to encourage them to come back home, bring back home their skills, the experience that they have, the expertise that they have, to be able to apply it to help in the development process.
Premier Parry emphasized the point that his party, the Nevis Reformation Party, NRP, over the years understood this tenet in economic development and listed a plethora of businesses that were started under the NRP, such as Island Tires and Hardware, the Bank of Nevis Limited, Wally Beach Hotel, Penny's Beach Hotel, and Rest Haven. Mr. Parry identified that continuity was the major problem local businesses faced, and that was something that needed to change.
But we are going to have to accept and appreciate that changes will come on Nevis, and that the people of Nevis who were born here and who live here, they need to have something to keep them here too. We don't want to have an island where the young people just keep leaving and the only old folk are here, or we are there only people who are pushing barrows and carrying around cutlasses. We need to have people who are doing other things. We need to have a society that reflects society in every way, in every form, and in every shape. That is what we need to have.
Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Joseph Parry, on his Tuesday morning talk show, In Touch with the Premier. Plans are afoot to have a cosmetic surgery facility established on Nevis. This information was also revealed by Premier Parry during one of his weekly talk show appearances. Premier Parry describes this as another form of tourism that our people can benefit from.
There's an Egyptian doctor who came here in January and, like Nevis, was brought here by Bernadette Lawrence and a lady, Celestine, from Trinidad and Tobago. And he's interested first, initially putting down a 12-room cosmetic hospital. Now he's going to double it to 24 rooms. And he should be here later this month, working on his plan, seeking approval to go ahead. He has identified his financing. And that is another aspect of the diversification. And you know what? It's going to be placed down at Rainier River. And I want the message to be clear to everyone. This is the Nevis Reformation Party in government doing this. I want people who feel that maybe this government does not represent them to understand it does. It not only represents them, it's doing things for them. But bear in mind that all Nevisians will work there, just like all Nevisians work at the Four Seasons. But the location, because of the location, the people who are closest will get there first.
That was Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Joseph Parry. As the Culturama festivities approach, business organizations are coming on board to show their support for Nevis's annual summer festival. Yesterday, a representative of Delta made a contribution to the event.
Delta Petroleum is pleased to be associated with Culturama once again. More so, we are especially delighted to be able to hand over a sponsorship package in excess of $10,000 in support of the Cultural Street Parade, an activity which we sponsored for the past 6 consecutive years. Delta has recognized the critical role that sponsorship plays to keep festivals alive. And so, despite these harsh economic times, we are determined to continue our association with Culturama because of the significant impact the festival has on the entire island of Nevis. We would want to challenge the organizers to keep the standard of the show, or the festival rather, not to let the quality slip. Every attempt must be made to keep our culture alive and to raise the bar. Finally, we would want to extend best wishes for an incident-free and an exciting experience for Culturama 2K10.
On behalf of the Nevis Culturama Committee, I would like to say thank you to Delta Petroleum for their kind gesture for the sponsorship of the 2010 Cultural Street Parade. As Ms. Hobson alluded to earlier, the sponsorship this year is in excess of $10,000. It's the largest sum of money that Delta Petroleum has pumped into the festival, and we are very grateful for it. And Ms. Hobson, we hope that next year it will be in excess of $30,000. Thank you once again.
Nevis Culturama Festival is marketed as the Caribbean's greatest summer lime. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thanks for viewing. Good night.